So it is the individual responsibility to understand oneself and to understand life in this way deeply, that we are not just only projecting through the mind, we are not only projecting through our conditionings, but we look and see what is directly, deeply, without being trapped in the judgments and comparisons and calculations which are just automatically coming in our unconscious way of looking. This makes human life so tremendously significant, because this chance, what we have in this life, being in this body, being in this world, is uncomparable, is so significant and unique that only when we look very carefully we can realize it. Otherwise, we are going about life as if under the influence of some drugs, as if we are in some kind of sleep, and we are going around doing this or that, just which is coming in a certain programmed way, but that is then often not fulfilling. That gives some moments of excitement, but then we are falling again and again into the same patterns, and often one realizes that it is not giving what one is seeking. So seeking in a deeper sense means seeking what can fulfill, what is that what we really are, what is our need, what really is, and getting familiar with that, you see that you are blessed. But it has to become your experience. Just because somebody else is saying, it's not enough. Somebody else can be inspiring, encouraging, supportive, and reminding where you need to look, in which direction you have to look, why it is necessary to persist, and in moments of unclarity can be a friend in support. But you have to look, you have to take the journey, and nobody else can do it for you. That is also the great respect of life towards each human being, towards each individual, that nobody else can do it for you. It is your decision to look more deeply and allow this clarity. But it's also your decision just to go around without confronting. And this is also one point which is very important to realize, that whether we decide or not, in a way we are deciding. Because once you can see that there is something possible, then you can also see that without your initiative, the mechanism is taking over your life, and going mechanically means not being in touch with the reality. It cannot be fulfilling. But often, looking and confronting and traveling into the unknown looks uncomfortable, frightening, it looks like effort. So we have this tendency also in us to postpone, to avoid, to cover up, and just to hold on a little longer, to hold on a little longer. And one has to see that only we can decide. Only we can see it. And we have to be very directly and plainly looking at what way we are reacting, what way we are going about life, what way we are taking life, what is happening inside us. But it is the freedom which life has made available to everybody, that you decide when you want to start looking. when you want to confront, when you want to face the reality. The fact remains that without facing our reality in a deep way, we cannot be really fulfilled and be free. Facing our reality means being what we really are, getting familiar with what our true nature is, our true needs are, and to recognize this whole blessing, the whole beauty, the whole care and love which is there behind all this manifestation of life. Let this become your experience, your own understanding. Nothing else will do. There is no substitute to the truth. All the other efforts to try to manage it in different ways is a way to postpone, to avoid, but that will not give one what one is really seeking. One has to carefully consider it and see how simple it is all in a certain sense, and gather the courage to face that what we essentially am, and take all the support which you can get from all what is available in your reach. It is very easy to overlook and just go on in the blind way, in the unconscious way, trying to hold to the status quo. But that will be missing this precious chance what we have been given. Taking the initiative to look at oneself means starting to become already open to life, starting to become alive, starting to open up oneself for this energy and dynamism which life is wanting to manifest through each human being, because each human being carries within the potential of flowering, and the fragrance of the human flowering is love.